Hey everyone, there's dogs barking in the background, but this is the time that I have to record, so live with it. Um, Sorry, I'm not doing any videos that have a lot of content lately. I don't have a lot of time. I did just enjoy Prince Noob Sauce's video, Long Beach Island. It's just him taking a little vacation, but it's got more content than what I'm about to talk about. I'm going to talk about a thread that happened on my last video where Dangerman5 and John Watson got into it, and I'm just going to clear up a couple things that happened in that conversation. So, Dangerman5, in a direct comment on the video, said, "Intellectual people report all flaggings." Yeah, great one. That I'm going to call a straw man because I never said that intellectual people report all flaggings. I am reporting all flaggings in a clinical and unbiased fashion in order to promote an intellectual discourse on flagging. Most intellectual people probably aren't concerned about flagging on YouTube. And I never would expect, all intellectual people to have the same interests that I do. My response to him, because of all the PMs that I've received, and even comments on this video that refer to Dangerman5 as HappyCabbie, my response was, I've received a few PMs and comments here alluding that you are likely a sock account of HappyCabbie. Would you mind uploading a video stating that this is not the case to dispel the rumor? And this is not just something that I'm taking from just this case of Dangerman5 defending HappyCabbie in this thread. The only times that Dangerman5 has commented on my channel have been videos that were about HappyCabbie. So maybe it's a HappyCabbie fan. Maybe it's HappyCabbie. I don't know. But Dangerman5 has two videos on the channel that are not somebody talking into a camera. And I kind of feel like Inventor Gorilla right now. Because in the past, Inventor Gorilla had this frustration that nameless people with no face were making videos against him. And he just wanted to know who the person was, pretty much to make sure that it wasn't me or somebody that he already was having interactions with, pretending like they're another person having the same problem with him, And it's frustrating, but it's part of the internet and part of anonymity. You have to deal with it. Dangerman5's reply is, "Variablast can tell you who I am." Right? And my reply to that was, well, I prefer direct evidence, and I know some of the people spreading the rumor wouldn't take his word as evidence. You might not feel inclined to offer up direct evidence that I'm asking for, but I thought at least I'd ask anyway, because it would clear up things for all those who are spreading the rumor. And by this I mean just a video saying, hey, I'm not HappyCabbie. All of you who are saying that I'm HappyCabbie, fuck off. It's that simple. 10-second video of a real person's face that isn't HappyCabbie saying that he's not HappyCabbie. That's it. It doesn't even have to be public. Throw it up unlisted and just share it with those people who need the proof. I'd be sharing it with 20-odd people who need to see that in order to quit saying that Dangerman5 is HappyCabbie. Dangerman5's response is, given Mr. Nigger despises me for pointing out his foibles over the years, I think he would be quite credible. He knows my real name, that I'm from London, UK, which cycling team I ride for, but yeah, I don't feel like providing any more evidence. Thank you. That somebody hates you or has had a prior relationship with you doesn't give them any more credibility than just knowing who you are. And that is not what I'm asking for. It would be direct evidence. But, you said you don't want to give it, and I haven't pressed any further. I asked because it would be the easiest, simplest way to dispel these rumors. You don't want to do it. That's fine. On to just addressing everything that was brought up between Dangerman5 and John Watson as quickly as I can. The direct comment on the channel to the video was, given your history of defending dubious people like Variablast, you're the last person to be defining intellectual integrity. I have blanketly defended everyone's right to speak and defended people that bring up taboo subjects and their courage in bringing them up. Okay? Some of those people were atheists who were bringing up subjects that religious people would shun them for in real life, and they found an outlet on YouTube. Variablast or Mr. Nigger, Super Nigger, Mr. Fuck Censorship. I'm forgetting a lot of his names. Don't exactly know which name he's on now, but if he's in a different state, he's got a different name. Basically, I defended him as far as him talking about a taboo subject. And I'll talk about a little bit more about that later in this thread. The truth is, many people, including myself, find your desperate need to report all flaggings, even ones for pedo channels, to be highly peculiar. I can see why people would think that this is HappyCabbie, because most people understand that the need to report all flaggings, I've explained away, it is part of being unbiased. All flaggings are included in this report about all the flags that happened in the week. That's what makes the data set inclusive to the point of being usable. It's not a biased look. It's not what you don't like gets taken out of the report. It's all flags. I'm sure your support of Nick Bravo, the human being, did bring it to his attention. And your point is, the fact that you are all now buddies with one of the worst liars in the history of YouTube speaks for itself. And this would be the argument from association, poisoning the well and all that. And, yeah, just because I defend someone's right as a human being to have a voice and speak, and, have the same platform that we all get to begin with, doesn't mean that I think anything of their arguments. It doesn't mean that I should be associated with them forever. In fact, you are a HappyCabbie fan, I take it, and at one point I was in a planning discussion with Shayra and a couple of other people about a charity to be benefiting HappyCabbie. It was a little blog TV marathon. I didn't get a slot in that marathon, and I think it was probably a political thing, because HappyCabbie hasn't liked me for a long time. But I was helping out with that planning, in that I was in a discussion on Skype. I wouldn't want to be associated with HappyCabbie right now. You know that I have had problems with him. And just because I was in on a discussion that would help him at one time doesn't mean that I agree with anything that he's saying now. So, associating me with people in order to smear me, people see that for what it is. And seriously, here's my Skype. I'm going to pull it up on the screen right here. I just sent a message to Inventor Gorilla, who I do have contacts with from time to time. But let's pull up, say, what would Nick Bravo go under? Just Bravo. Nope. Nope. Nobody named Bravo. Let's see. Nick. I've got one Nick. That's Nick Johansson, the web developer for the Richard Dawkins Foundation website. That's not the Nick that we're talking about. I don't have Nick Bravo on my Skype at all. I don't have regular interactions with him. But you seem to think that just treating someone like a human being in my report means that I must now be buddy with him. That's why I think that there might be something to all of these people with this rumor that this is HappyCabbie, because this leap that you talk about someone as a human being, and so therefore you must be buddies with them, you know? It just doesn't hold water. It's... Moving on, John Watson says, well, hello again, Flaggy. That would be a reference to HappyCabbie. Ready for another spanking in the comments section? Defending dubious people like Variablast. Citation needed, you failed last time. I haven't defended the name, what is it? Name freedom thing that Variablast argues for. I haven't defended any of that. I defended him for bringing up taboo subjects. But I haven't in a year talked about it, or 2 years. I don't know how long it's been. Somebody tell me how long it's been, because it's been a long time since I've even talked about him. Let's see. The truth is, many people... who else supports your view, Cabbie? Citation needed. I want to see these people, too. Somebody who's a real person, verifiably. You know, face on screen, saying that they're not HappyCabbie, and they support HappyCabbie's view. Because every account that has defended HappyCabbie has been accused of being HappyCabbie and not been provably not HappyCabbie. So please, somebody who thinks that HappyCabbie has been right all this time in everything that he has done or said about me, please make a video or just leave a comment and have that comment come from a channel where you're a real fucking person. Please. Even ones for pedo channels. So good of you to admit that they were genuine pedo channels. You fed AOD via sock account. I'm sure you had a good time tugging your micropene to those images before flagging them, you sick cunt. I just can't make the leap that this actually is HappyCabbie until I get more evidence. Even though the only time Dangerman5 ever comments on my channel is for videos about HappyCabbie. Dangerman5 says he set up a community channel with Variablast. Ask him. I didn't set it up. Actually, the channel was the Variablast channel. David, Mr. Nigger, Super Nigger, fuck censorship, whatever his name is right now. His new channel is Face What's Ahead, and he is commenting on this thread. Link below to the comment thread if you want to follow along with me here. Face What's Ahead is the person who was called Variablast by most of the people on YouTube, but Variablast is not his name. And he changes his name a lot to all of these things legally. So he didn't want to be known as Variablast. He had as many subscribers as I do right now, and he decided to make it a community channel. On this channel, there was him talking about name freedom, and he was, at the time, he had the word nigger in his name, which a lot of people leapt on because it's really taboo, but he has had other names. and he was really obsessively making many videos, really in a dedicated fashion on that word. Also, there was Watcher Azazel, who was talking about intactivism and that people should not circumcise their children, which is a taboo subject. I was on that channel talking about death threats and how I had received them for talking about religion, and specifically the wages of sin are death statement is a death threat. And these are taboo things. There were other people on the channel, I don't remember them offhand right now, but all of them were talking about their own taboo subject. That's what the channel was turned into. And that's what it was for. I didn't set up the channel, as Dangerman5 is saying. That was Mr. Super Nigger, fuck censorship, whatever. If he's in a different state, he has a different name. Face What's Ahead is his new channel. He's in the thread. You can talk to him. And then John Watson said, "You made the claim, you provide the evidence." In any case, setting up a community channel does not mean you're defending their viewpoint on a particular issue, or are you too stupid to understand this? Thank you, John Watson, for understanding that. Come on, Flaggy, I'm waiting for you to provide evidence of your many supporters who have yet to come out to defend you in this drama with Agent of Doubt. Bit thin on the ground, are they? Yeah, just look at the thumb ratios on our channels at each other and know that I could probably put another 10 up thumbs on those videos and 10 down thumbs on his, and I haven't. Those are, as far as I know, real thumb ratios. Dangerman5 says, VB's girlfriend was so disgusted with the carry-on that she got into the account and deleted it. That's not exactly what happened. It was more like a kind of revenge. This is my ex, so I now regret everything I did around that person. Because Blue was around when his name was containing the word nigger in it, and he was talking to everyone, including children that were old enough to talk to him. And he would try to get them to call him that. He'd call him by the name that he had on his ID card or driver's license. So, yeah, she was there through all of that. And to say that she was so disgusted in retrospect, I don't think so. I think it was more like a, I'm going to set your clothes on fire and throw them out the window and you can find all your shit on the front lawn, type revenge thing. Then it says, I'm sure AOD means well, but he's just one of those people that has appalling judgment. And to that, I'm just going to say, I made a lot of decisions with my eyes open. Weighed what was valuable to me. And in continuing to do the flags recap, I have lost a few friends that do consider me mentioning people as being flagged as a shout out to them. And some of the people that get flagged are people that they don't like, and so they consider that me supporting the people that they don't like, and so it hurts our friendship. And so I have taken a look at that and decided that the 1% or so could be bigger of people that are my friends who consider it that way. I have decided to continuously do as I am doing, regardless of their feelings. And yeah, if you wanted to say that me doing this and just tossing those few friends aside and saying, well, I'm just going to keep doing this even though it hurts your feelings, if you're going to say that that's I don't know, psychopathic, please do so in an intellectual way. Not if you're just doing it to smear me, then I'm probably not going to even give you the time of day. But say a lowly apprentice wanted to talk to me about it, him with having a little bit of background in psychology, and he wanted to say, well, why are you so readily able to dismiss this group of friends you had, and why are you just tossing them aside? I would listen to him. I'm willing to talk about that part of the judgment and how I know what's going on, and I continue to do this flags recap. And most people don't have a problem with it, and if they're regular viewers of it, then they definitely are there for something. And then the next comment Dangerman5 says is, needless to say, he's a part of something we know has no intellectual value. Grammatical mistakes aside, just your point there. If you think that there's some reason why what I'm doing has no intellectual value, then please state that reason, and I will see if it's valid or not. If your reason is because I don't follow your biases and exclude the people that you don't like from my flags recap, then my recap has no intellectual value. If that's your argument, then I'm going to say it's invalid and move on. So, yeah, I'm 20 minutes into this, and you can read the rest for yourself. I think I've said everything I want to about this, pretty much. It's between Dangerman5 and John Watson is most of what I was commenting on, but Face What's Ahead is in there with some comments if you want to talk about that part of the drama. Yeah. Link below to the comments thread. I'm sorry I don't have more time. I need to go paint a wall, which is a little bit more productive than YouTube drama.